How you doing, Ray?
What's going on, brother?
How you doing, man? Do you acknowledge this is live and I can use the clips however I choose?
Yes, sir.
All right. How can I help you, man?
Yeah.
You're breaking up.
Can you hear me well?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I specialize in merchant services. Just wanted to get an idea of how to gain leads. It could be online. I can service businesses anywhere in the country, so it doesn't really
So
matter
you
exactly where they're located.
you're like like a Stripe?
Merchant, yeah, basically, like Square. I work with a family-owned company, and so we offer stuff like Clover, different POS systems, really in any industry. So for example, like if you had a shoe store, a restaurant, a bar, I'd be able to service them.
Okay. So what makes you guys' product stand out? Why can't they just go do it by themselves?
That's the tricky part. It's very much relationship based. Whenever prospecting, I'm trying to figure out what are their pain points because a lot of people will just go with a common name, they'll go with a system that they may have got referred to in the past. So that's the main thing is just kind of like building relationships with people, getting that trust before them being comfortable enough with you to pull the trigger.
So
But I mean, we do have products that I know for a fact are better than what they have, but it's just kind of like that's such an
like what?
intimate part of.
Let me understand. I need to understand the unique proposition here, so I can know
Yeah,
how I can help you.
yeah. Okay. So go ahead, ask your
So
question.
no, I need to understand what you guys' unique proposition is. Like, what is it about you guys that
Hmm.
would make like why would I go pick you when I can just go with a common name?
Right, because we help businesses save money on the fees. Also, whenever you're
Okay.
having, yeah, whenever you're having an issue, with their system, a lot of people do business with me because I'm actually available. I'm actually able to educate them on their options before they actually move forward and spend thousands of dollars on, hardware and sign off for a software agreement.
Mhm.
So that's the main proposition is that like we can save you depending on your volume. Like if you're a restaurant bar that's doing 100K a month, you're going to be paying $3,000-4,000 a month in processing fees. Okay, we
With
can
who?
eliminate
With who? Who are they gonna be paying that with?
with their current processor.
Give me an example.
Typical. Yeah. So like I said, if you have a restaurant and bar, right?
Hmm.
Obviously, in order to take card, let's say you're using, just for simplicity's sake, you're using Square. Square
Hmm.
charges 2.65% per transaction. So if you do 100K in volume and cards, you're going to be paying close to 3 grand a month
Hmm.
in transaction fees. I walk in the door and say, "Hey, sir, I see your system, is not really optimized for your industry. Number one, number two, we can save you all the money on those transaction fees by passing the fee on to the customer. Now we're having a conversation, so that's the value proposition. I'm,
Gotcha.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
So
so you're not necessarily a new Square. You're just helping them optimize like what they should do.
yeah, I'm helping them save money on their fees, and I'm also helping them I'm helping them by getting them the right system. You know, it's kind of like
So what
if
would be the right
you, yeah.
system? Like, okay, if I'm a restaurant owner and I'm
Hmm.
doing 100K, but
Hmm.
I'm with Square, what would be a better alternative?
I would say either Clover if you're not selling alcohol, or if you are selling alcohol, then Union POS.
Hmm.
So it just depends on the industry. Certain point of sale systems are built specifically for certain industries. So if you have a POS system that's like super generic and it's not industry specific, then you're going to have limitations on your capabilities with that system, right? So
Gotcha.
so so businesses that are trying to scale and grow, they come into those issues, and it happens all the time. A business may start small with one location and they grow to 3 locations. Now they need to switch to a system that's more robust. I want to be that guy that's either there at the start or whenever they are ready to switch. Like,
Yeah,
I'm the one who's talking to them.
gotcha. So yeah, that,
Yeah,
that that sounds more like that sounds way more compelling now than what you were saying in the beginning. Like
yeah.
you gotta make your elevator pitch smoother, man. Like
Say
you
less.
gotta
My bad. I was a little
I need
nervous, man.
to
I've been watching you for years, man. So
I
Definitely
got you, but
spoiled for life out the
you
way.
got to always be ready to sell your business because you got meet people in the elevator, meet like you need to. Hey, what does your business do and how can it help me? Because they're not gonna have time to like sit there and like try to pry out of you. We help you
Hmm.
save money on processing fees, and we help you with merchant specific like POS systems, so you make more
Hmm.
money. Boom.
Hmm.
How can you help? That's what businesses care about.
Facts.
So if you want acquisition with this, you need to make content around this. I would say specify the industry that you want to help, that you want to serve. It could be the restaurant industry. It could be like the bar, whatever industry. They specify those people, and
Mm.
your company's goal is to make them aware and give them information on picking the right systems for them. That's all your content is about. And then you have top of funnel content around the general problems and struggles that restaurant owners face. And then you have practical content, picking the right systems, fees to look out for. You will, bro, y'all can make a fuck ton of money if you do social media the right way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the main thing that I'm trying to figure out how to kind of funnel those leads, and
So
get people interested.
where you meeting, where you getting customers from now?
Just going out in person and building relationships.
Oh my
I mean,
goodness.
it's a hard grind, but that's actually super. That's kind of like the main thing that, like, in my industry, that's what people do. If you
That's
work for
that's that,
Toast,
that's called a blue ocean.
yeah, for sure. No, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm
Yeah,
like,
like yeah, let them do what they normally do. Let's go do what they're not doing and
Yeah,
blow this shit out the world. That's what we help companies with. Oh,
right,
everybody in my industry that doesn't want to do social media, bad. Thank you. Let me go use this medium that can allow me to reach millions of people for free
yeah,
and put y'all out of business.
yeah,
So, man, social media is a great opportunity,
yeah.
right? Like you say you work closely with this family.
Yeah, so I work with a family-owned company. So it's an independent sales office that's partnered with multiple back-end processors.
Mhm.
So we have access to multiple products that we can sell. That's all that means, really.
So you guys essentially just consulting.
Yeah, I mean, you could say we're like a middleman, in
Yeah.
a way. You could say that.
What do you guys get from it? So let's say you sign a restaurant to a deal, or
Yeah.
you help them pick a choice. What do
Hmm.
you get from it?
Man, there's so many streams of income. We get upfront payouts on equipment that we sell, like profit for the
Mhm.
equipment. Which, since we do lease payouts, we're not limited to having to sell it just cash only. We also get residual payouts for every single month that they process with us. So, I mean, in the merchant services world, depending on the profitability, you can make thousands of dollars a month passively off of one account. As long as that business is open and processing with you.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
yeah.
how serious are they about making money?
How serious
Is
are
the company that you're working on, how serious? Because are you decision maker or what?
No, I'm not the CEO or anything. I've been with the company for like almost 8 years. I mean, they're very serious. They've helped me make, a lot of money. Uh,
Yeah,
you
but you're
know,
representing them and you're talking about making social media content. Is it you that's gonna be making social media content?
I would be making it from my brand. I wouldn't be making it for the company that I work for. I'll be
Mhm.
making because we all have the freedom to do stuff like this. All of the reps in the company have the freedom to build their book of business the way that they do it.
Mhm.
So I'm not the CEO of the company, driving eyes to our company. I want to drive eyes to me as a sales rep, and kind of just be the person that people reach out to get their merchant account started.
Gotcha. So
Yeah.
ideally, you can make unlimited amounts of money, but is there a cap?
No, there's no cap.
Are you sure?
I'm 1,000% sure.
I mean, if
I
let's
make
say,
we're
let's
50
say,
we're 50 we're I split 50/50 revenue with the company, and I've known the CEO for, like I said, 8 years. I know his kids, I know everybody in the company. Like, it's not like a super big corporation where they're like, okay, you're making 500K a year, we're gonna cap you here. Like, no, they want us to be millionaires, so there's no cap.
I'm talking about fucking 500K. What about 100K a month? How serious are
That
you about making
Yeah,
money? But
I
but
mean,
but it could turn into issues with this business because if you become the known face and they're not the known face, this happens in business, man.
they don't care about that. I'm telling you, the reason why I know is because I'm making the money either way. right? So if I sign a deal, we're splitting the profits 50-50. So there's not going to be mad that I'm making more money. That makes them more money. So there can never be
Okay.
any conflict. Yeah.
So could you eventually have your own company and
Yeah, in
have your
theory,
own
yeah.
sales reps?
In theory, I could, start. And there's many people that do that, and there's lots of people that uh, have, tried to recruit me to work for their, the independent sales office. It's kind of like starting up a dealership in that sense. Like you can make the dealership as big or as small as you want. You can be the only guy that runs the operations, or you can have a team of 20, 30 people. In theory, yeah, I could do that for sure. Anybody could really.
Okay, because what I'm trying to get at is this, right? You can build a
Hmm.
brand, but ideally you don't want to build a brand where you're not the primary decision maker for the delivery of the product and you're still splitting 50-50 with this company. So like what I would imagine, what I would love is you were the owner of this merchant service company and like you were creating a brand around you guys' company, and then your plan to scale this is to build this brand, and then you can have reps under you. Like that's the 8-figure plus business, not you just being a sales rep and you building a brand essentially for them. Even if it's 50-50, it's essentially for them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
if
get what
you're
you're
okay
saying.
with that, if you're okay with that, that's fine. I'm just letting you know how I will be looking at it. If you don't
Yeah.
have the resources they have, then understandable. But my fear with things like this is like non-compete laws. So like if you build this shit big enough, you're like, wait a minute, I don't need them. I got the capital now to go build my own thing. I know exactly how this runs. Are you gonna
Hmm.
have problems in the future?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I would much rather have that problem than
That's going to be a big
than not.
problem. You see, look, it might not be a big problem now, but
Hmm.
that's going to be a big problem in the future if you dedicate the time and energy to build the brand. If you just want to do the whole like walking around doing referrals and all that stuff, if you're talking about okay, I'm trying to scale this business to the moon,
Hmm.
there's going to be issues because if you do that, you're going to want to dip. I'm telling you, you're going to be like,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah. I get what you're
I can
saying.
have my own franchises, I can have my own reps. I'm still splitting 50-50 with these people. Fuck that.
Yeah. There is a way to go about it, and I could do it. I don't have a non-compete with my company or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I obviously you never know how somebody's going to react to certain things. If I didn't feel comfortable, like feel like I had the ability to be flexible and move around if I needed to, I probably wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
still be with this company because I've gotten other people that offer me, quote unquote better payouts, 70-30. Like there's a whole bunch of other ISOs that you can be a 1099 and you get a higher split. But
Yeah.
you lose other things in return. If you don't already have the relationship with the processor and things like that, you're limited to what you can sell. So yeah, I
Yeah.
know I'm still a W-2 employee. I'm not this big boss, business owner yet. You know what I mean? I'm not really tripping on that. I know how to be humble and patient, but at the same time, I do want to direct my energy to where I'm getting the fruits of my labor. So
Got you.
so yeah.
So, I mean, it depends on you, man. Like you can make, I don't know how much you have invested or how much you have to invest. Um, but if you don't have a lot to invest, I don't know, I don't want to speak for you, but if you don't have a lot to invest, you can start making content yourself. You just need to take what I gave you. You need to
Hmm.
think about the pain points of restaurant owners. You need to specify that you want to only serve, like specify the industry that you want to help with these conversions, with these savings. And
Hmm.
you're going to make top of funnel and middle of funnel content for them. You're going to be your own brand in helping, restaurant owners or restaurant companies, restaurant, like just with merchant services and just helping them make more money.
Right.
Now, that's you can do that yourself. You can make the
Hmm.
content yourself. It's going to take a lot of work, but it's going to be a great opportunity for you because you can build a brand around it. Um, or you can just rely on referrals and ads and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know what you want. I don't really know, man. I don't know.
I'm open to whatever you're suggesting. As far as the social media, I definitely can do more on that.
Yeah, I'm
I
just
tried to,
worried. I'm just worried. I'm just
say
I'm
again.
just I'm not gonna lie. I'm usually more worried about people who are not their own like full business. Because
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the reason why is because if we're gonna go all in on this, I just don't like you. First of all, it's going to be an investment for you. Second of all, like I know it's going to be an issue in the future. So, and 9 times out of 10, you're not going to want to do above and beyond just to make 50%. So that's where the other problem comes in. Like,
I mean, I've
it's
been making 50% since I started with them, and I've been going, you know, I've been going
how
in.
much you making a
So,
month?
right now, probably like around 7K. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. So, okay. Now imagine if you're making 70
Yeah, I know.
and
That'd be
you,
great.
no, it's going to be harder to do split 50. I'm telling you, imagine
Yeah,
if you're
yeah, I
making
get what you're
70
saying. I get what you're saying.
and that 70 came from all the work you did to build a brand and you're giving them 35. That's going to be a problem.
Yeah. I feel
So,
like. So, do you think? Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, I'm
I get
listening. I'm
exactly
listening to
what you're
you.
saying. I'm not disagreeing at all. By the way.
Yeah. I'm just saying you could if you blow this shit out the water and you have a big brand and you're like, wait a minute, I just did all this fucking work and I got to get them 50%, and they just sat back and collected 50%. You're gonna start feeling some type of way, guarantee
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think you're right. You're right on the money when it comes to like eventually I'm gonna reach a point like, dang, like what if I had that other like if I was making 50K a month, you know, I mean like cause okay, let's say I'll make seven, whatever I make, I really make double that. So if I say I make 7K, I really generated 14. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
so that's just really what it is. So honestly, yeah, I've had months, yeah, you're right. That, I could have
And this
made
is my thing.
yeah.
This is my thing, right? It's easier for me to convince somebody who's in a position where, okay, this business I'm building, because social media is going to be a skill. Social media is going to be effort. Let's say you hired us to do content for you. You got to invest in us to help you build this brand so you can take it to the moon. It's a lot easier to convince people who have their own business and brand to say, hey, I'm willing to do this. I'm willing to invest. It's my business. I can hire people under me. I can keep scaling it. I'm
Yeah.
saying it's not whether we can do it, it's whether you're gonna want to keep doing it in the future
Yeah,
of
yeah.
like, hey, I'm
So
doing this
so
thing. Yeah.
so I get exactly what you're saying, and just to be concise, like if it got to the point where like I saw you guys are like a huge ROI, and my book increased like 20K a month, like what I'm saying, it just makes sense to make the jump. I'm 100% open to doing that. I have my own LLC already. I've done little different trial runs of like marketing runs and stuff like that through my LLC. So I'm not foreign to that concept, and I'm very much open to it. So
Okay.
I mean, yeah, yeah,
Perfect. I
yeah.
mean, listen, 7K a month is a great start. Is that net or is that just gross?
That's before taxes. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay,
my
what are you
my, my
keeping?
income obviously fluctuates. You know what I mean? My income fluctuates. I mean, I've had months like this has been the worst year that I've my worst earning year that I've had since I started with this company. Like last year, I made like every month was like, like around 10K, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
10, 11K. But I lost a couple clients, you know what I mean? So I just want to make sure I get back up, man, because the potential, earn potential is limitless.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Okay. I mean, we can help you, man, but you got to make decisions on your own, in my opinion, because like I said, it's gonna be tough, especially if your income fluctuates. Because it's anything that like it's gonna be effort. You have savings?
How much would I need? Like, I mean, maybe we need a
Well,
schedule.
yeah, we usually work with business owners that are making. I mean, like if you're making, ideally, we want to help you if you're making at least 20 grand a month, because we don't want you to invest. But that
Yeah.
doesn't mean that we can't help you if you're making under that. It's
No, so that what it does is it gives me a benchmark to say, okay, once I get to this level of income
no,
and
it's
I
but it's
have
not
this
about you
much,
getting to the level of income. Like there's some people who, let's say, who don't make 20 grand a month, but they have savings, and the money that they are making, it's not going to affect. Like we don't. The thing that we don't want is you invest with us and then you homeless. We can't let that
nah,
happen. Like
I
you
ain't
need to
that
be
stupid. Yeah.
right. You need to be able to, because you need to be able to fund whatever you're growing.
Mm-hmm.
So are you going to be able to, or do you have like good credit? Do you have savings? Because you're
Right.
asking us to help you build a business. Like that takes a lot of work on our part. Like to help you build something that's good. You don't have to ever work for somebody again, and you build a skill to where you can just generate income. It's going to take a lot of effort on us. So do you have good credit? Do you have savings? Like what are you going to be able to, if you invest in us, are you going to be able to still be okay and fund whatever you're doing?
Yeah.
If you,
I
if
wouldn't
go
go
ahead.
ahead. No, I
I'm
wouldn't put
listening.
a trigger. I wouldn't put a trigger until I know I was ready, right? So obviously this is my first conversation. You know, I have
Yeah.
no clue like what the process would be, you know,
But
how much it would cost.
but we're not going to do that publicly live. So
No,
that's
yeah,
where
yeah.
the conversation of like, are you watching this on the main YouTube or the business YouTube?
The main YouTube.
Okay. So I'm going to post
So
this
yeah,
link.
I saw you talk to the other guy. I must subscribe to the business one too.
Yeah, but that's not. You should be focusing on how you can scale this. Like some guys, you don't need to watch more videos. You need to take action. Though
No,
you
facts.
watching more videos ain't gonna do nothing. I'm gonna post a link right now for you, right on the main YouTube. Okay,
All right.
click that link, book a call, put a note that you spoke to me, all right, and that you're just trying to figure out if this makes sense for you. That's all we're trying to figure out. If this makes sense, if it makes sense for you, right? If this is a good fit. If not, no worries. If it is, then we can take this shit to the moon. But you will figure you will learn
100%.
all that on the call. Okay.
Awesome. I appreciate it, brother.
All right, man. Link is in the chat.
All right, cool.
All right, bro. Talk to you soon. Peace.